Hello, you're watching Attachment Studios, and today we have a good topic, the number that can be divided by 0. Yes, you are hearing right, this is the number that can be divided by 0. Now, what number can be divided by 0? Or we can actually check this by just doing some simple maths. Now, for this, I will use the Squid app for making rough drawings. Now, it may be difficult for me to draw in this application, so I'm really sorry if you are unable to read it. So, I'm starting it. So, now for 0 to be a factor, we think 0 should have some multiples. So the most important fact is that a number to be a factor needs multiple. Now if we check at multiples of 0, we can see 0 multiplied by 1 is equals to 0, 0 multiplied by 2 is equals to 0. That means 0 has factors of 2, 1, and actually 0 has factors of any number. Let it be n, and 0 must be a factor of n this while actually it is not necessary. While n can be a partner of 0, 0 cannot be a factor of n. Now, as n can be a factor of 0, so we have checked that 0 multiplied by 1 is equals to 0. That means these two can be said as factors of 0. Now, actually, that means it is true that n is a number that can be divided by 0, can be a constant. Actually, it is a constant, and n divided by 0 is a constant. Now for a calculator, we'll show that this is not possible. So if it is not possible by even a calculator, then how can 0 divide any number? Isn't this a great question? Now this is possible by using the concept of variables. Now you must have learned about variables. Now what are these variables that can actually make 0 a factor? Now variable is any number that has any value, that can have any value. Now n can be 1, n can be 2. Now n is a variable. So n is a variable. Now this variable can also be equal to 0. So n being a variable can be 0. And we have also learned that any number divided by 1 can give the same number, like n by 1 is equals to n. This is the concept. And now any number divided by the same number, like n by n, is equals to 1. Now you can actually check it by just doing this. You can use your calculator, divide one same number with it again, like 3 divided by 3, it will give 1. 100 divided by 100, it will give 1, and 21 divided by 21 will give it 1. Even this applies for prime number and integers and even decimal numbers. Now it is not like that, but it can also be applied to the roots of same root. This is 5 and this is equals to 1. Now using the same concept, if we use n equals 0, then in any calculator 0 by 0 will show 0, or actually it will say not possible. So this is not possible by a calculator. This is manual mathematics. So if 0 by 0 will be converted to n by n, and as n is the variable for here, and at instant n cannot be changed to any other variable in same instant. Yes, it can change after some different methods, like but not in the same instant. Like n can be 1, n can be 2, n can be 0 if not specified. But if we will specify let 0 be n, then in this case n is equal to 0 will be a case. Now if we do 3n is equals to 3 multiplied by n, and n is equals to 0, that will be 3 multiplied by 0, and the answer will be 0. Now n by n is equals to 1. We know that. I have said this before. N by n is equals to 1. So here it is. N by n is equals to 1. Now it is for sure that if n will be 0, or actually we should reverse it, let 0 be n and n be 0, so 0 is equals to n. Now 0 by 0 will be n by n, and as n by n is equals to 1, that means therefore 0 by 0 is equals to n by n is equals to 1, and that is proved. So n by 0 will only apply if n is 0, and for this we need n by n formula, and that's it. So the number that can be divided by 0 is 0. Now a normal calculator is programmed that if any number is divided by 0, then answer will be not specified command or something like impossible or like this. And by this we have reached the end of the video, and the answer to our question, that is the number that is divided by 0 will be 0. And in the shortest way I can say you that let 0 be n, and then 0 by 0 is equals to n by n, and that is equals to 1. Now this is actually this n by n concept is actually basic maths. Now if you have learned something new today, so please subscribe, share and like this. And yes, 0 can be divided by a number, and it can also divide a number. Remember, 0 by 0 gives 1. And that's the fact. Now, thanks for watching this video. Now, this could be done in just 1 minute, but it was actually just one formula, n by n is equals to 1, and that's just basic maths and nothing else. So I will meet you in my next video. I hope you have learned something new, and this is the end of video.